Hello friends, welcome to the core concept. Today we are going to discuss about something the combined article, especially today for an Independent Day special. Hindu released one article, a combined article of various economical, environmental, ecological factors related to the upcoming 20-year faced by the government. How the policy have to be created, what are the policies should be focusing area mainly for socio-economical cultural status. These kind of issues they made a special article. If you see the newspaper, it gave it two editions today. If you see the editorial is around 7 to 8 topics talked about the various issue. So here we are going to see about the combination of all the article. Combination means how means we will filter the points which is related to the upcoming 20-year. The government should focus in the upcoming 20-year the area which need to develop a social economical factor. Based upon that concept, we here identified one set of 17 points that related to government should focus on in the upcoming year, that we have make it on a combined editorial video. So here we are going to see about the focusing point only. You just remember what are the points here we are going to refer. Just remember that points, and you can add up the answer in the mains writing paper. Especially if you see paper number 2 and paper number 3 of civil service exam, that is related to the economical and political part, you can utilize these points in those paper. Especially for polity related paper, you can include these points when if you when we are going to talk about any federalism or cooperative federalism, like that. Okay, let me go into the topic. So I already mentioned here we are going to discuss about the focus which are giving a suggestions to the upcoming year. Okay, upcoming 25 years, targeting towards the 100th Independence Day. Yeah. Okay, so let's see the first point. Jobless growth is not a safe bet for Indian economy. Obviously, if you see the job unemployment rate, it's around how much? It's around what? 10 to 11 percentage. If you see the not exact data, not exact data from NSSO. It's a data from International Labour Organization. They just identified after the COVID-19, most of the people are diverted towards various workforces. So if you see the unemployed rate percentage, average unemployed rate percentage is 10%. So if you see the growth rate of an Indian economy, like for example in a GDP wise, after the COVID-19, it's around 8%. If you see the last quarter, it is reaching 8% of GDP. The better economical development is it's indicating point when we see the GDP rate. But at the same time, the jobless growth, even most of the 10 to 11 percentage of already employed people and studied people not able to getting the proper job. So without getting an validate job for those graduates, but still the economy is running or growing around 8 to 7 percentage, means it is actually a blunder. It actually a very bad status of the economy. Okay, so here the main point is the jobless growth need to develop, need to focus on more employment generation, especially the data which was released by the employee provident fund organization. The data which shows previous employee who were joined in 2018 2017, they are enrolling in 2022. Last 4 year recruitment ratio are showing up now. So just you have to focus upon the employment generation. And the second point, use our human resources to get a optimal benefit. Obviously, if you see the outcome of any particular stream or particular graduation stream, it's around 1 lakh to 2 lakh people are getting outside from the particular stream. But the actual employment generation of those specialized people, if you see the comparative ratio is around 3 to 4% are getting a comparative job what he graduate and what he getting. But the most of the peoples are drifting towards unethical or unskilled job, which means if a particular person is studied related to the electronic or mechanical concept, they are going entering into the information technology concept. When we see the job ratio, that's what here problem, the mismatching between the job and the graduation degree. That's what here the main problem is. Okay, you also just remember this 2 point related to the unemployment, and let's focus on third point. Focus on education, skilling, suitable employment, and support among the young entrepreneurs. If you see the most of the entrepreneurs, they are if you see maximum MSME people entrepreneurs are where they are undergraduate. Undergraduate means they maximum they will study around 8th standard to 10th standard. Okay, providing already government also started Pradhan Mantri, like skill development programs are there in our country, but the young graduates, young entrepreneurs, they have to be involved. Government have to be tap those peoples into the skill development program. That what is the main focus. Educational skill development program should be targeted towards the young entrepreneurs. Okay, let's see the fourth point. Focus should be enhancing the health education skilling for young. Already I mentioned in before videos, if you see the tribal health mission video, I focused morely on the malnutrition part and vitamin deficiency part. These parts are mainly focused upon the young people, right? Young people health and young people health accommodated, right? Take minute. Yes, so focusing on the health is very important. And let's see the next point. We need to ensure that the nutrition specific program delivery, nutrition enrichment program, we are focusing more on the primary health center. Based upon the primary health center, government is as of now government is providing various nutrition program for the pregnant ladies and child below the age of 5 years. But this focus should be in check, or you have to be checked whether it is will be performing good or not in the ground level. That have to be government should be ensure based upon the year basis. Okay, and the next focusing, it is essential that state to invest more in health. Obviously we are investing around 3 to 4, I mean 3 to 4 GDP investment amount, around 8 lakh crores we are investing in the health in every budget allocation. But this should be improved, because last year if you see the delta variant affected area, especially in the Delhi, they having more facilities of health, various new technological infused or indulged in the particular area. But the actual ground level, when we see, when the reaction will be happened in a mass crowd manner, means they are going to affected, because there is a no proper health analyzing data or analyzing equipments. That's what's the problem here. So the investment with the health, not only the machinery, based upon the social economical factor, they have to invest in the health. If you see in Delhi, for example Delhi, if you in old Delhi, how the performance of the health status in the old Delhi and compared to the new Delhi, means old Delhi is little bit poor when we compare to the New Delhi. That's what here the real problem is. So socio-economic factor, based upon the area factor, they have to be invest in the health indicator. Now next point, inability to the era get extreme poverty and marginalizing, even though it's come to, yes, obviously if you see the 1947 strategy planning commission, the main aim of that planning commission was to reduce the poverty, right? Still in India is facing around 25 percentage of poor peoples are not able to get their proper calories uh, with poor wages, right? So the government in upcoming year, the government should be fix the floor wages based upon the calorie in a perfect uh, attainment. For example, if you take for the men 2400 calories is needed for the men, means for the woman it around 2200 calories. It is based upon the finance commission recommendations. So the allocations of the recommendation amount and marginalized to get dispatch or get reduce the poverty based upon the finance commission recommendation. Okay, now next see the next point, necessary to protect the multicultural and multinational churches right of community and minority. Already in the video tribal video, tribal health mission video, and the president tribal Draupadi Murmu video. I already explained this kind of issues, because the government should be more hereafter, should be give more autonomy or more focus or more interest. What are the interest of the tribal people? Government should be more on the more directive and health status of the tribal people. This was very important for the upcoming 25 years. Already we elected our president from the tribal community, Santal tribal community from Odisha. She know how the tribals, what their interest towards this nation, what are all their want, how their autonomy should be provided. This kind of interest, just government should be focused in the upcoming 25 years. Now see the fourth point, bureaucrats insulted from the political compulsion remain steady for supposed to strengthen the local government. Yes, obviously, if you see the local government financial allocation, the financial allocation towards the local government is very poor. When we compare to the ratio of the GDP, it's around 5% of total taxes collected from the government. If you take union government, the total taxes from indirect taxes or direct taxes, in the total taxes only the 5% of amounts is going to spend towards the local government. But actual ground level, this amount is properly spending to the local government or not, that government should be ensured based upon the district authority. This what here the problem is. The allocations of a fund towards the ground level, especially the panchayat rule system, how the allocations are accountability or not, whether they are accountably producing this particular amount of money spent towards this particular health program or not, like these ground level checks should be ensured by the district authority. Now see the last point, every local government needed to have a organized capacity set. Yes, if you see the local government, they can able to handle with any, if you, for example, if a finance commission is particularly allotting this amount for the particular panchayat union to do this medical or this bridge construction work, means they are recruiting those bridge construction workers from an unorganized sector. Unorganized sector means it automatically it is going to enter into the unaccountability manner. That unaccountability is always the big problem in panchayat raj system. So for doing the accountability, government should appoint the staff related to particular field. For example, if you take bridge construction, means the engineer should be appointed by the government. Now as of now what they are doing means they are providing the tender for the private parties, but the private parties who are taking the tender for the panchayat raj institution, they are what, unorganized manner. That is what the problem is. If unorganized coming means unaccountability is producing. So government should be appoint the engineer, office staff and social mobilized and nodal officers to take care of this panchayat union government, I mean federal government. Okay, I mean this all called what federal means. Yeah, federal only na, that's what I am can mentioning. So now see the next point, the local government are stated of money not more than, I already mentioned the total tax amount. If you take the tax amount, total tax amount from the indirect tax and direct tax and international tax, custom tax, only 5% of amount, only 5% of total tax amount they are going to spend towards the what, this local government. So the here main suggestion is they have to improve these, they have to allot more fund towards the local government. That's what the main here suggestion is. Now see the second point, there is a growing failure of local service being delivered by land department. Obviously land department means the department which are ensured by the government. Land department means is nothing but we are telling here what we are marginalized land department means those department ensure the panchayat raj or panchayat union performance. For example, if you take electricity board, the electricity board, when we compare to the city with a small village, they are going to analyze based upon the consumption. If you take a city means huge consumption is needed, for a village means less consumption only needed. So they are not interested towards how they are what they are the need, what are their basic essential when we delivered the electricity to the village. So these have to be, government should be verified. That's what here the problem is. Land department seems more willing to hand over the day-to-day management of the local government. I already mentioned the particular EB department is not ready to take what are the interest of the local peoples, local panchayati peoples, how the tariff rate should be fixed when they compare to their income, right? So without having the ground knowledge, or without knowing the interest of the people, they are simply providing those services. That's what the here problem is. The whole concept is just take in a one point means everything is not an accountable, everything is in what unaccountable manner. Because why unaccountable manner means they are providing the tenders towards the what unorganized sector. That's what the here main problem is. Okay, just focus on fourth point. India need to build a climate ready state. It's this is the fourth and fifth point. Upcoming point is about the climate change. What the climate change, how the India is contributed towards the climate change, these and all what factual part. Now here is focusing point means we are giving suggestion, that right, we are providing the suggestion. Based upon our suggestion, we are converting into the answer writing part, right? India need to be a built a climate ready state in term of both strategic ability and implementation capacity. Already I mentioned, according to the Paris Climate Agreement in 2015, India is stepping towards further and acceptable 2050 and 2070 target to reduce the carbon emission as of low, right? So here India is ready to deliver, but the actual here also what the accountability should be maintained. Accountability should be maintained means they have to be checked at the ground level. That's what the here matter. So for all the activity, whether it is a climate change activity or whether it is ground level activity for the panchayat raj system, checking the panchayat raj system, for everything the government should verify whether it is actually performing good or not in the ground. So guys, let's see the fourth point, right? If you see the fourth point status, India need to build a climate ready state in the both strategic ability and implement capacity, right? Obviously I already mentioned, as per the 2015 Paris Peace Climate Agreement, India committed towards the reduction of carbon emission as pre-industrial level, or decreasing the climate change and reducing the climate change by acceptance of 1.5 degrees pre-industrial level. So the strategic action points and the policy which was created recently are equal to acceptance or ready to take over the control of climate change capacities. India is implementing the various action plan, like producing various electric vehicle and generating the sustainable or conservation energy. These kind of steps are taken by the country to control the climate actions implementations. Let's see the fifth point. India has to make a strategic bets about the future to meet the development need under the climate condition. For example, might this is be the moment to rethink the rice wheat cropping system in the favor of more rations. Obviously, if you see the patterning system, the government is providing the government is providing the government is providing the various very organic way of doing the agriculture. For example, if you take recently today in Independence Day today's speech, the Prime Minister has delivered his speech and suggested all the agricultures to go for an organic or else non using fertilizer agriculture productions, or by the way of organic, by the way of their own pre civilization method. These kind of promotion able to get a surplus level or yield level by the better protections of the farmers without affecting any environmental condition. These are the lines which are suggested towards the action plan towards the climate change uh, control. Let's see the first point in the slide. An important future arena for strategic capacity is the design and execution of green industrial policy and ensuring supportive implementation environment. Obviously, environmental impact assessment. Already I mentioned in one video, environmental impact assessment report. Government should mandatory for if that project construction project is 5 hectare or less than 5 hectare, they have to be made a compulsory advice and compulsory took environmental impact assessment test for the process of how the environment can be affected because of doing this construction and allowing this industry to perform in the particular area. So environmental impact assessment is going to be play a key role in the upcoming 25 years. The government should be encouraged to do environmental impact assessment report while the construction company doing a big project, big industrial project. Okay, now see the second point. A warming world is also one of the more complex for the nations such as India seeking rapidly development and better livelihood for its citizens. Obviously, the end for the all the climate action plan is to survival of human beings, right? Not only human beings, survival of all the wild animals, domestic animals, and human beings. So, for the survival end, we have to be protect our the climate changes. The climate change, without taking a climate change actions, if rapidly continuously we are emitting a more carbon to the environment means obviously it's going to affect the environmental condition. This is what the main issue here we are talking about the climate change. These are the point I already took from the various compilations of the various article in the today special Hindu edition, today special Independence Day Hindu edition. So don't see where this article is present, like where these points are present. Don't you don't no need to search these also the points. You just remember what are the point. You have to watch this video again. Probably I will enclose this PPT in the description section if possible means. You just go through the all the lines one by one and just grasp a core idea from this video, and you can able to cope up this answer with what India's advisory towards next upcoming 25 years means. These kind of point you can be included. Okay, thank you so much. Let me see in any other video, and happy Independence Day.